Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Wilds of Eldraine draft here on the channel. Today, we're going to be doing a quick draft in the early access event, so huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for giving me a free preview account in this streamer event. We're going to go pick by pick, play by play, talk through everything so you know how to do this draft this format yourself, and then we're going to play 3 games to maximize our time in the event and get as many drafts in as possible. Let's dive in. This is a bot draft, so we'll get to see a little bit of a sense for how those bots are thinking about the cards. But it's early days, so even people don't really know how to think about the cards, so should be pretty fun. Okay, so in this pack, the rare is quite good because it's a looter that just like digs you through your deck and then eventually can copy something really strong and essentially gives its summoning like haste. So that's pretty great, even though it's a 2-color card. Gallant Pie Wielder is pretty good if you can put a roll onto it, because then it is able to basically be like a 3/4 double striker a lot of the time, which is just devastating. And then in the commons, I mean, this isn't really doing much. And then in the commons section, I really like Hopeful Vigil as a 2-drop that triggers Celebration all on its own. Celebration is one of the mechanics in the set that like something like Pie Wielder has, which is when 2 or more non-land permanents enter the battlefield. And Hopeful Vigil does that all by itself and also triggers cards care about enchantments coming into play and gives you something to sack to bargain. So I like Hopeful Vigil a lot. And then I think Hopeless Nightmare is pretty good as well as an early drop that helps you enable bargain for your black decks. Conceded, which is also decent. So it's mainly between the Likeness Looter as a gold card, and then I think I'd rather have Hopeful Vigil to start with than the Pie Wielder, even though this card's pretty good. And then I think Hopeful Vigil is probably better than Hopeless Nightmare. I just realized Vigil, Nightmare, that's pretty cool. Likeness Looter is a gold card, so I don't really want to start with a 2-color card. So I think I'm going to take Hopeful Vigil and see if that can lead me towards a cool direction. It's nice that I don't have to wait on picks. Well, now we're seeing a lot of green cards. A green card wasn't even in consideration last pack. The only white card is Slumbering Keepguard, which I've been more impressed with than I thought I would be. Like, getting this down early, the scrying really adds up, and it can actually get quite large in the late game if you just have a couple like Hopeful Vigils sitting around. But Corvold the Noble Thief doesn't do much. The green cards, Stormkeld Vanguard, pretty strong card, I think. You can kill an enchantment a lot of the time in the early turns and then get a huge threat. Tough Cookie is a card that I think I'm going to take over it, though, just because it's a cheaper card and still has utility in the late game. And I think cheaper cards are generally more valuable. Root Rider Fawn is pretty nice as well. And then I like this removal spell. There was one last pack. Season of Growth, not a particularly great card. It works in some decks, but not in a lot of them. But I think between the Vanguard and the Cookie, I'm going to take the Cookie because you can just get it down earlier and have it like impact the game. And Stormkeld Vanguard is great and hard to block and stuff, but I'd rather just get a cheaper card. Okie doke. Now we see another pack that has like not very many green cards. The white cards aren't very good, so we could totally abandon our white at this point, but there are 4 black cards and a black-red gold card, and that's pretty cool. Witch's Vanity is pretty solid. Just like kill something small, make a food, give one of your creatures a token, like a roll token, and all those little things add up to make a very good card, I think. And then there is Totenance, Swarm Piper. I don't really want to take a black-red card. It would mean abandoning my first 2 picks, and I haven't seen anything to make me think red is super open, but I think it's a pretty good card. And then there's like Hopeless Nightmare, and Voracious Vermin and this card. I think it's between the Witch's Vanity. I mean, they're honestly all pretty reasonable. I'd rather just take a cheaper card, though, I think. So I think I'm going to take the Witch's Vanity. Yeah, see how that treats me, maybe. I kind of want to try Hopeless Nightmare. Maybe I should try taking Hopeless Nightmare over... Witch's Vanity seems really good in a lot of these decks. We'll take it. Okay. Now there's an Evolving Wilds that could help me splash stuff. There's also just this guy, which I think is just a great card. The 4-mana 2/3 flyer that makes them discard cards when it comes into play is just excellent. I just took a black card, so maybe black is where I'll end up in this draft. The green cards are okay. The white cards are not my favorite. There's a little bit of red, so black-red is still on the table. You don't have to be blue-red to make this card good. You just need to basically play it as a 4-mana 2/3 that makes them discard. Evolving Wilds is also decent, but I'm not going to take it over a strong uncommon. And now there's another Hopeful Vigil. I like this card. There's also Cooped Up, which I think I'd rather take. Yeah, I think this card's better than the other options in this pack. Hopeful Vigil would be my second pick, probably. Hopeless Nightmare is probably worse than the Stopgap, but Stopgap fits into, if it isn't a color that I'm not in. And then Embereth Veteran is a good card, but I'm not really playing a red deck at the moment. Cooped Up is cool because if you are playing a bargain card, you can put Cooped Up on the stack and then sacrifice the Cooped Up itself, and the creature will still get exiled because the exile part has gone on the stack. So if I am sacrificing them to stuff, I don't have any sacrifice enchantments yet. You can do some cool stuff like that. Okay, and now there's a 1-drop that I can surveil and then get a card back out of it. That seems pretty decent. I think there's some blue here. I think this card's pretty good. Hatching Plans is pretty good in the sacrifice deck. But I already have a couple black cards that are pretty good. A couple white cards that are pretty good. And taking this lets me stay in my kind of lane. Nice. A lot of red. Dragon Mantle. So maybe we are supposed to switch to red. And if I was to switch to red, I'd rather have this guy. The other option is to just take a Charmed Clothier. I have my 2 white cards. Am I going to get enough red throughout packs 2 and 3 to make it worth it? Especially when I might get more white pack 1 because I didn't pass too much good white. I don't think I'm going to miss out on one of these, and I think these cards are better, so I'll take the Trainee. And now, I'm a big fan of the Unassuming Sage. Just a nice 2-drop. There can also be a 4-drop in the middle stages of the game. I think Sweet Tooth Witch is also pretty solid. Black has a lot of decent 3-drops, which is nice. We're not going to play green. Red's not looking crazy for us. I think black is the color we're most likely to play, and so I think I'll take this over the Unassuming Sage and then hope to get Sages later if I do end up playing white. But this way I'm more flexible. And now I don't really want the combat trick. And Archon's Glory is okay, but I think I'd rather just take Return Triumphant. Plays well with the Sweet Tooth Witch I just took. Cool, we got to keep Slumbering Keep Guard back. That seems really good in our deck. We have a lot of enchantments. I'm not even that sad to have the Sweet Tooth Witch. It's just not the best card in my deck. But a 3-drop that makes a food is still decent. Sugar Rush, not really a card for my deck. I think it's mostly a black-red card. Turn your 1/1 rat tokens into cards that can always attack because they're going to be able to trade off and stuff. I'll take Kellen's Light Blades. And now we'll take Evolving Wilds over the Mice. I have enough 2-drops. I don't need to worry about the Mice. This could maybe let me splash something. Looks like the bots do not prioritize Alchemist, or maybe nobody at this table is drafting blue, or none of the bots are. Ooh. What does our rare do? It can't block, and when it dies, you get a bunch of tokens, where that's the amount of damage dealt to it. Pretty nice 2-drop. It can just keep attacking and then eventually die into a bunch of tokens. There's also Ashiok's Reaper, though, which I think is better in my deck. I have a lot of cards that, enchantments that want to go to the graveyard. I'm kind of a black-white enchantments deck. This can go to the graveyard. This can go to the graveyard. This goes to the graveyard on its own. So I think this card's going to be better in my deck. This card's also quite good. Tangled Colony. Can't block is also a bit of a downside. So yeah, we're going to take this. The commons aren't spectacular for my deck. And I kind of want to see how the black-white enchantment deck works. Okay, this card is not really a playable one. The problem is you'll just go down too much value in the early turns. Don't want Light Blades. Scream Puff is okay. I think I'll just take 1 rat out. I think each deck can benefit from having 1 copy of this. Not really where I want to be taking it, but I don't think I want anything else out of this pack. I'm not going to switch to green, even if it's open this pack, because it was so unopened pack 1 that I don't think I'll get anything else for it. And I think I have enough good white cards that it's going to be worth pursuing a black-white deck and seeing how that works out. Nice. Now we get a Fell Horseman. I think it's better than the Fairy Dream Thief. This card's sometimes a bit small ball, and also like cost a lot to get the 2-for-1. This is like a pretty clean 2-for-1 at all times, pretty much. I wouldn't mind this card either. This is good synergy with Hopeful Vigil. But I'm happy to get this. The cat could also maybe be good in our deck if we get enough enchantment stuff. I think I'll take this guy now over the Rhyme for a Reindeer. We are seeing a lot of green in this pack, but that makes sense, because if the person passing to us was green, it means that they were cutting it off from the person to our left as well. I do like Rhyme for a Reindeer in the more aggressive decks, but I don't have a lot of enchantments. And I do have some cards that care about them. I have 1 enchantment, 2 enchantments, 3 enchantments, and I want to get more of those. I like the Unassuming Sage. Griffin Airy for life gain stuff. I don't have any life gain at the moment, though. So the Armory Mice and the Rowan's Grim Search. I think this pack is really good for green. I think we'll try the... we're never going to... I guess anytime I crack a food, maybe I'll get some food stuff, but I don't think I'm going to get much food in white. So I guess I'll just take the Rowan's Grim Search over the Mice. Well, this card's excellent. Just huge flyer that also gains, like, stabilizes you, so that's an easy pick over Vampiric Rites, and nothing else for my colors. And there's a 2-drop. I'll try it maybe. Actually, I kind of want to see how this card does. I might play this. See how the flexibility works out. I know I'm taking some of these cards relatively fast. This is an interesting card. I kind of want to try it, where you like kill their roll token, draw a card, and then like win the combat because of it or stuff like that. It's better than another second rat out, I think. And now there's a Prophetic Prism we'll take over a second Evolving Wilds. Lots of cards wheeled. We'll take the Screen Puff. That does make me think Griffin Airy might be better than I at first thought it was. Not Dead After All versus Collector's Vault. I'm going to try the Vault, maybe. Candy Trail. Just probably not going to play a lot of these cards. Ooh, the Toadstool Admirer. Witch's Mark. Powered up Tormented Voice. Okay, pack 3. Ho ho ho! The Regal Bunnycorn. Each equal to the number of non-land permanents. So it's like a 2-mana 4/4 a lot of the time, or because it includes itself. And a card like Sweet Tooth, which would like buff it a lot. Glass Casket is good. Princess Takes Flight could be really good if you can like somehow bounce back the enchantment or sacrifice the enchantment to a bargain card. So I have 1 bargain card. I don't really have that much bargain. I kind of wanted a little bit more, but I have this whole pack to get it. I don't think there's a common I'm going to take over these. I like Fell Horseman. I kind of want to try the Bunnycorn. But I think this card's probably better for my deck in terms of strategy. My deck is kind of lacking in some of these. It's also a combo with Break the Spell, because you can kill this before the exile thing happens, or the thing comes back from exile. So it's either a 1/1 or like a 4/4. A lot of my cards come with kind of 2, and not a lot of them. I'll take the Princess Takes Flight. We'll see how we can make that work. Grasp of Fate. Hopeless Nightmare. I think this card's going to be better than Grasp of Fate. This just exiles the creature. They can never get it back. Even though this puts in it. Yeah. I think just exiling it and then scrying 2 is pretty good if I have an enchantment. And I have a lot of enchantments. Mostly between these 2 removal spells. The commons are like this guy, this kill spell, which is just worse. Another one of these, so easy taken by Nightmares. Ooh, nice little white-black gold card here. You can kill some stuff, you can buff some stuff. Just an excellent card for my deck. I would like to try stockpiling Celebrant at some point. Like bounce one of my guys, get some good value. Bounce the Princess Takes Flight is great synergy. Fairy Fencing is cool with, like, I do have a couple fairies. And this is a great removal spell, but I think this card's perfect for my deck. Just a nice little 2-for-1 card. And now I'll take another fairy 2 for 1. There's nothing really here in white. Not a single white card is kind of wild. But we weren't expecting to get too much white this pack. Just a couple more black cards. Good blue. Solid red. Now there's a Lord Skitter's Butcher, which is good. There's also just taking a stockpiling Celebrant, which I think is also good. I have another, like a lot of decent synergies with it. Some decent enters the battlefield effects. I think I'm gonna take the stockpiling Celebrant. Oh, Lord Skitter's Butcher is pretty good. Yeah, I think the Celebrant's better though. Now another Witch's Vanity. Over the Apple, the Knight, the Clothier, Parents, Ariet's Whisper, Evolving Wilds. I think Ariet's Whisper would maybe be my second pick. This card's pretty solid. Discard 2, give something +1/+1. It's not like a crazy card, but all these cards are pretty reasonable. Now another Celebrant. Perfect. The Warehouse Tabby is a tempting one as well. I kind of want to try that card, but Celebrant is just what I'm looking for in this deck. Plays great with the Princess Takes Flight. I don't really have anything to do with Dream Spoilers. Most of my stuff is sorcery. Could take Evolving Wilds. I don't think I'm playing any of these cards, though. Rowan's Grim Search. There's an Apple. Lots of blue cards. We'll take the Search and not play it, probably. Ooh, I've been wanting to try Hopeless Nightmare. Cool. Good synergy with the stockpiling Celebrant. We got another stockpiler. We're stockpiling. Let's see how that does. Okay, well, we have a lot of cards to choose from. I don't know if we'll need more than one Evolving Wilds. Like play 8/8 plus 1 Evolving Wilds. Just make our mana pretty good. And I'm excited to try out the stockpiling Celebrant. It does some cool things, especially with something like the Princess Takes Flight. Okay, so we'll just add that in for now, as if we could play it. And then let's see. We're going to play 1 Evolving Wilds, 8/8. Or maybe we'll play 2. We don't want Candy Trail. How many enchantments are there in this build? 6. And then a couple of things to make rolls, presumably. 1 more enchantment. That's 7 enchantments in essence. Kind of 8 enchantments in a way. Kind of 8 enchantments, but I don't know if that's enough for the keep guard. So I think I'm going to cut it. Break the Spell I want to try. I think my 1-drops are fine. I could cut Prism. Gonna cut Vault, I think, because I think I have enough stuff to sacrifice to bargain anyway. So I don't think I need the Prism either. The Prism is a good combo with the Celebrant. That's actually a good point. I will play the Prism, I think. Turn Celebrant into a pretty just reasonable 3-drop on curve. Witch's Vanity's pretty good with Celebrant as well. Yep, these are all looking pretty decent. I don't think I'm going to have room for the Moment of Valor. Or Protective Parents. My 3-drop slot is pretty full already. 4-drops. Maybe I could cut Ariet's Whisper. Ashiok's Reaper might not do a ton when enchantments go to the graveyard. I have a little bit of that, but not enough to make it as good as I was hoping. Then Scream Puff at the top end and stuff. I have to make 4 more cuts. I think this is a 17-land deck. I've just got a lot of expensive stuff to do. How many 2-drop creatures do I have? I have 1 2-drop creature, 2, 3, kind of 4, 5. Do I have any 2-drops that I cut? I don't know if I can afford to cut any 2-drops. I cut a 1-drop, but that's fine. Could just cut these. Like the more slow, not these guys, the Ariet's Whisper. the more slow, unconventional 2-for-1 type things. This thing's pretty good with stockpiling Celebrant. But I think I'll just cut this, 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 this. And we will see how this plays out. We're going to play 3 games. I think I already said that, but just to confirm. But this will be more of our card draw engine with our Celebrants. Celebrant seems good in our deck. We have a lot of like minor little 2-for-1s. And I think when we have a bunch of like little discard effects like this and this, we don't need the discard 2. But we can always add back in like a Rowan's thing if we find a card that's bad. Kellen's might be bad. But anyway, I'll see you folks in the games. Before I get to the games, I want to give a brief shout out to the NicolaiBolas Patreon. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to support my content directly, then Patreon is the best way to do so. Patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. Patreon is a way for viewers to give back to the content that they enjoy. So if my videos have made your life a little bit brighter, maybe if you want some extra booster packs or gems on Magic Arena, and you just enjoy the channel, then Patreon is a way for you to give back and help me continue making high quality content on a consistent basis. You'll also gain access to things like my Wilds of Eldraine tier list, where I grade every single card in the set on an A through F scale, and other things like drafts with me, or even being featured in these credits, because I do want to give a special shout out to the patrons who support at the credits level. It really does mean a lot and helps the channel grow and thrive. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, and without further ado, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We have a great hand. This is why we're playing the Prophetic Prism. Because on the play, it gives us a nice little way to get the Celebrants rolling. Cheeky House Mouse. Kind of good against what I'm doing, not gonna lie. All my guys are 3/2s. But not this guy. Perfect. I can scry away any lands now because I don't need them. Take action. Those are both good. Do I want the swamp? Probably not, actually. I'm just going to play Spellsworn Coven into Spellsworn Coven. No blocks. This guy will try to trade with the Savior of the Sleeping. My 2/3 can block their 2/1. Gosh, Spellsworn Coven is sick. No attacks. Wait, what? Okay, they got rid of Tempest Heart. The Hollow Scavenger. I love that card. Such a sweet one. Nice. I think we're just going to play this. Play the Celebrant, get it back. This can become a 5/4. Ooh, do not want those ones. Celebrant has essentially drawn me 3 cards because it got rid of 3 lands that I didn't want. And it's given me extra Prophetic Prism draws. So this can turn into a 5/4. So I don't have any good double blocks on it. I could single block it, force them to use the food, and then I'll have a good single block on it the rest of the game instead of taking 3 a turn. And that'll let me get back my stockpiling guy with my Fell Horseman. I think I have enough value that I can make this block. Because 3 damage a turn is a lot of damage a turn. And it forces them to spend a mana, so maybe makes them play off curve. Knight of Doves, okay. So we shall do this. And, ooh, we could just, like, return target spell to its owner's hand. No, that's not going to be as good as just playing my stuff. There's no way. I have a removal spell now. Just going to play on curve. Nab another card from their hand. Nice. No blocks. I mean, no attacks. I think I'm just going to slowly win the card advantage war. They have all spells in hand, so we actually have the same number of spells at the moment. But I have way more lands. Okay, they have only 2 spells. What is this telling me? They could have +1/+0 and indestructible. They could have +2/+2. I'm just going to block across the board. They could have -1/-1. No, they couldn't have -1/-1. I think it's probably +2/+2. Okay, that's the perfect outcome for me. Everything trades off. I'll maybe nab their last spell here. I'm going to go for the ultimate play here. I really just want to get back this and nab their last card, but I'm going to go for the long game value play because this will make sure I win the late game. Because next turn I can play this and this in the same turn. So basically what I'm going to do is play Fell Horseman, play Stockpiling Celebrant to get it back, and I just have a huge late game loop here. Oh, perfect. I'm just going to play this before I do anything. Get their last card. Oh, thank goodness it was a huge guy. Okay, I have a removal spell, so it wouldn't have been the end of the world, but... Take action. I don't want to let them get anything going. I don't think I need the Sage. I'm just going to scry for more removal spells. I actually will trade the Sweet Tooth Witch for the cheeky House Mouse now. Candy Trail. Where are they going to scry? Actually, I'll just trade Stockpiling Celebrant for the House Mouse. I'm just going to be able to get that back over and over. I forget if they kept it on top or not. Okie doke. I'll trade. They have nothing. I have my cool little infinite loop. I'm just going to play this guy out. Honestly, Stockpiling Celebrant is such a sweet card. Oh my gosh, that does so little. Okay, that's perfect. Just what I want. Oh my gosh. This is insane. What a loop. Loop-de-loop. Yep. Those both seem good. Maybe I don't need that guy. I can't imagine them winning this game. I have them dead next turn, I think. +2/+2, and then this gives an extra 2 damage. Wow. This Stockpiling Celebrant deck is awesome. My gosh, what a sweet combo. This is just... Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, no. They got rid of my oof. That's a little bit annoying. They get back their guy. Oh, they're getting rid of that. Why aren't they getting rid of the princess takes? Oh, they won't get their guy back. Just gonna do this. Good game. Got the win, and I will see you folks in next round. Welcome to our second round of the 3 I'll play with this deck. We have a great hand, 1-drop, 2-drop. This 2-drop plays well with our all-star 3-drop that we've been seeing. Sleight of hand, nice. We do not need any more lands, so we can just get rid of any. Ooh, that's perfect. Big fan of this Celebrant. It's been real good for me. We could maybe even go for the Cooped Up combo, the Witch's Vanity combo. Okey-doke. This is going to be good for them, presumably. Gives them a lot of value. If they played a 2-drop creature, I feel like I would have won the game on the spot, which is kind of a crazy thing to say, but it's kind of how it feels. Oh my gosh, they're playing around me perfectly. Swamp may be the worst draw in my deck, but you know, you can never have too many swamps. That's what I say. Can never have too many swamps. We shall end the turn. I'm going to save the Celebrant. This game is not going to end soon. Full cards. If they kill this right now, and I just get to exile it and draw a card, that'd actually be pretty good for me. They're playing a few colors. Looks like they've got some fixing. Hard to say if red is their splash or white. Play the swamp first because there is a counter spell that counters unless you pay 2. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, they are playing 5 color, or 4 color at least. They discarded a black card, the Screen Puff. Oh, Hatching Plans is sweet. Okay, maybe I won't be able to out-card advantage them. I'll do my darndest, though. Looks like they are holding up Counter Magic or the Collector's Vault. They can counter my Prophetic Prism. I don't really care. Witch and Shepherd. Witch is going to be good with this Witch's Vanity. Shepherd will just be good in general. So yeah, I'll keep 2 spells. I might not have time to get cutesy with these at the moment. I might just have to play this, get this thing back. They kill my 1/1. Jeez. Tough crowd. Let's give that thing +2/+2. Okay, they make my guy a 1/1. I feel like I'm in good shape here. Sleight of hand, okay. They're drawing a lot of cards, but I'm drawing a lot of cards and affecting the board a bit more proactively, so I think I'm in good shape here. Okay, so first things first. Use this for white mana. Bounce our guy. I do think a plains would be helpful here. I don't want to undo all the scrying that I've done, though, so far. Don't think I need the Sage, though. Sage is like a fine card, but not like one that you want to draw when you're looking for cards. I'm keeping up with them on card advantage, which is nice. Because they got the cool combo of sacking this to draw 3. Gadwick, your first duel. That's funny. I kind of want to start attacking. I also hope this Witch's Vanity has a target in their entire deck. And then I'm going to burn them out with Witch at the end. Deal 4 to them or something. Candy Trail, sure. They have some life gain. It's a food clue. I just noticed that. That's hilarious. It's a combo. That is reasonable. This Prophetic Prism is just super good for me. Eventually they'll play something small. Okay, they draw 2 and discard 2. They have a cool deck. They only have 17 cards left, though. I'm a little bit thinking they might run out. What did they get rid of? 2 spells, the Alchemist and the Moment of Valor. Okay. Alchemist would have been one I was happy to kill. Do they know I have Witch's Vanity somehow? There's no way. They scry 2 to the bottom. That's good for them. The Crystal Grotto. To the bottom. The Prodigy. Well, that's a perfect card to kill with Witch's Vanity. Honestly, the perfect card to kill with Vanity. Huge. Take this. Heck yes, I've been saving this for so long. You have no idea, opponent. It was in my opening hand. I've been waiting for your Prodigy to come along so that I could take it down. You think you're a Prodigy? Well, you are just vain. Send in the gang. I'm just going to get rid of the Dream Thief this time. Don't want that. Honestly, don't really want that either. It is a guaranteed spell. But I don't think I want it. I'll just draw a card with this guy now. Also keep up the threat of bouncing my Witch's Vanity with the stockpiling Celebrant. Because that way they can't really play any small creatures this turn. I think I have enough mana to go for the cooped up line as well. Which is like, play cooped up on something. Put the exile trigger, like play this, target the coop. And no, I can't actually do that with cooped up. Yeah, I can. I can target to exile the creature. No. Nope, it doesn't work that way. You can only do it with bargain stuff. Where you like exile the creature and then sacrifice cooped up. Or you target it to sacrifice it with the bargain and then... Does that work? I know I said it worked earlier, but now that I'm actually thinking about using it, it might not work. Back for seconds. Oh, no. I have to go through all their guys now. Gosh darn it. Go through all their guys twice. Oh, the second one targeted the same guy, so they didn't get him back. That's probably not what they wanted. I have to imagine that's not what they were trying to do. They should have targeted different things. Unfortunate. I think I was probably still going to be able to beat them. They now only have one card in hand. Sure. Why do they keep targeting this guy? They know I'm just going to bounce him again. The other Witch's Vanity. It is time to remove Johann. Johann has become problematic. Deal with him. I hope they don't have a hard counterspell. Hard counterspells means that it just counters it no matter what, instead of like counter unless they pay 2 mana. Johann is down. I have... Ooh, that's good. That's a good guy. That's a good one to have. No attacks. This thing's going to deal like 4 to them. They're at 14, but I still don't really want to trade. Especially because I have another one of these, so it'll deal 6 to them potentially. And this guy's going to do some heavy lifting. I think I'll sacrifice the Wicked token that I put on someone from this. This thing has reach though, right? Oh, never. Never enough. Never, never. Sorry. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Oh, they're gonna play their Ingenious Prodigy again. Oh, they're gonna get Witch's Vanity again. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, it's so good. Oh. Why didn't they tap out? Yep, take him down. Prodigy, you're still too vain. You're so vain. You probably think this saga's about you. You're so vain. Oh, that's perfect. They've been holding him, I guess, looting or something. attack for 3, make a trade. I wanna make a trade. It's probably worth sacking a food, putting him to 8. This thing can then hit them if I play this guy. 4, 5. Yeah, I'm gonna get another food from this. I have 19 cards, they have 11. I don't think they could kill me, probably, even if they... I mean, they probably have a really good spell in their deck somewhere. They're playing all 5 colors. All 5 colors of mana. I'm just, like... grinding them out. So this can hit them for 5, and then I can finish them off. It's a bit of a greedy line, because if they have a kill spell, it does not work great, because I lose my adventure part, but seems worth doing. And I mean, not every deck can kill a 5/7 flyer. But this deck has every color of mana. Oh, they're going to have to loot into it. It would seem. No! What'd you find? That's annoying. I can deal a lot. I can get them really close to dead. Not quite dead, though. Okay. They put that on top. They loot into it. The question is, do they have any life gain in their graveyard? I have the Prophetic Prism to sacrifice any bargain cards I need. So anytime I draw a fell guy or whatever, just win. I'm tempted to just dig for it because I have a lot of... that's pretty good. I'll make my guy a 3/3. I could go for the light blades, like attack with this guy. I do want to get the scrying in. Oh, that'll do it. That will do it. Burning him out. With style. Yep. I'm wondering why they didn't do that last turn. I knew they had this card. Had this card the whole game. Got him. I should be able to just go play this, bounce it, play that again. Okay, they get back their guy. Good little late game synergy with the Alchemist. They only have 8 cards in their deck. They're going to struggle to beat me in that time, I think. I don't really want to do that because they'll get it back with back for seconds. Yep. And we got the win. That was a crazy one. That was pretty crazy. Yes. Whew. Well, we have one more round to go with this deck. I mean, I think we've kind of gotten the sense for what it does. It just plays these crazy long games and then wins with the value of the stockpiling celebrant. I'll see you folks in the final game. Welcome to the final round. Let's get a nice little victory here to close things out. Turn 1, turn 2, on the play. This is excellent. I'll keep the land, especially because it's a swamp. If it was a plains, I would have gotten rid of it, but I need double black to play this thing on curve. Honestly, Scream Puff has not been super impressive in the games I've seen it. It does some stuff, but I don't know. I might play it before I play the Fey Negotiator, though. It was worth a shot, seeing if they'd block. Okay, the Familiar. They don't have red mana, though. It appears I have been max punished. If they attack with both, I'll probably double block the Alchemist. I just kind of want to get through my deck. The 1/1's not doing that much for me. I want to start finding my combos. Okay. Nice. I'm going to start with the Scream Puff. Because that's going to start generating me foods if they can't deal with it. And if they can, then it'll at least get a card out of their hand that could kill my High Fey Negotiator, which I care about a lot more. Okay, that's a card. I'd rather kill the Alchemists, though. I'm trying to save this until I find my, like, other guy. Sure. Oh, that's going to be good. I'll keep both of those. So my plan is not to attack with the Screen Puff this turn. The reason for that is that I don't want to let them like double block, use a spell to kill this thing, and like get a nice trade here. Yeah. Because that would have been a good trade for them to trade this thing and this thing, because this thing's going to die for free. They are playing red. Oh, okay. Do they have 2 more spells in their hand? If they do, they do. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Trying to force them to play a little bit off curve, maybe. I will be exiling that, though, shortly. Do I want to play this turn is the question. Can't exile this because it has ward 1. Now I will snipe their Alchemist. I'm surprised they chump blocked there. Now I can buff my 2/2 Vigilance with my Shrouded Shepherd to get another attack in. Exile their Flyer. I'm gonna have some foods running around here soon. They're just playing like 4-color adventure. Wild, okay. Sure. Is it better for me to just kill their scavenger so I can hit them and make a food? Because this thing's not going to do that much if I'm gaining 3 a turn. Yeah, I think it's better to make the food. And I get to hit them for 8, which is also upside. And threaten lethal with the Wicked counter on any of my 2/2s if they don't have a flyer. Which is pretty good as well. So they have to find something this turn or they're dead. No, this guy has reach. Okay, they just can't attack with their giant. I'm going to gain some life here. Fell Horseman, sure. And they don't play this guy. That gives me some good info. So I will give him flying and attach the wicket to him. And I will take out the grabby giant. Should have played my land before doing that, so I could activate it again in response if they did have something. Oh, they have a food token, duh. I should have attacked with this 2/2. That was bad. I was blind to their food. Oh, man. If they were at 1 here, it would be almost unlosable. That's why they didn't play their Aquamoeba. Well, that's the sort of thing that can make or break a game. Jeez, it was literally just sitting there. Oh my gosh. I could have won if I just attacked with the guy. Because they had to jump block my 4/5. I was worried about them having some sort of, like, bounce spell or something, but that's not even a thing in this set. Why did I do that? No, I'm going to lose now. Oh my gosh. I was worried about a spell that I don't even think exists in this set, which was like a bounce spell for Screen Puff. So that they... I guess they... The Alchemist comes down. Jeez Louise. I hope I didn't botch this and lose as a result. Elusive Otter, sure. 2 counters, sure. Ugh. Ugh. I have the Kellen's Light Blades to kill the Frolicking Familiar. That'll be good enough. Sure. They don't have double blue for a counterspell, so this should be all I need. Just gonna double check I cast this properly. Cast with Bargain. Target that. Yes. Sacrifice. Auto pay. Barely win. Good game. Yes! Oh my gosh, that was awesome. What a clutch victory. Oh my gosh, I almost threw the game, but we won. Huge. Well, that was awesome. Nice little 3-0 with that awesome, really cool white-black deck. Oh my gosh. If you enjoyed that video, remember to hit the like button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback, and to let me know you made it all the way till the end of the video in the comment section down below. Leave, what's a good hashtag to let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video? I think the coolest card was the Stockpiling Celebrant, so leave hashtag celebration in the comment section down below to let me know you made it all the way till the end, because we were celebrating. Our Stockpile Celebrants did great work. We had some cool loops. And overall, we even burned our opponents out a couple times with like Hopeless Nightmares. So that was a really fun one. I hope you enjoyed it. And once again, huge shout out to Wizards of the Coast for the free preview account in the early access event so I could get this recorded for you early. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.